Hello, it's truly an honor to be here and accept this award on behalf of Achaogen. We've actually been in San Mateo County since 2004, although we briefly dallied with the idea of moving to San Francisco, but I can tell you that those of us who also live in San Mateo County, myself included, were not in favor of that move at all, so I'm glad that we stayed. So our mission, a little different from others you've heard today, is to discover and develop life-saving antibiotics. And we've been very fortunate that our investors and also our partners in the federal government have seen fit to support this mission with over $250 million raised to date. Now, while you may not have heard of Achaogen before, our leadership team are actually veterans of several San Mateo County companies that you may be more familiar with, such as Genentech. And while these companies and others in this room are focused on technology that was unheard of a decade ago, we're actually focusing on something that was considered a solved problem in the last century. Infectious disease specialists once thought that they had worked themselves out of a job with the advent of safe and effective antibiotics such as Cipro, gentamicin, and imipenem, shown here. However, the bacteria fought back, and MRSA, that you may be familiar with, became the first superbug, but followed closely behind by these guys, E. coli and Klebsiella pneumoniae. Now, the journal Clinical Infectious Diseases is not one that's typically given to hyperbole, so you can tell by the nature of this quote that is from an article in that journal just how serious this problem is. It is a rarity for a physician in the developed world to have a patient die of an overwhelming infection for which there are no therapeutic options. These cases are the harbinger of the future. Now, on a more optimistic note, I can tell you I'm excited that plasmamycin, which is our lead clinical compound, does have activity against these serious organisms, and we've just completed enrollment in our first phase 2 clinical trial. So we really hope to be able to be defeating this next generation of superbugs. Thank you.